Hey guys, morning. It's another beautiful day here on the ranch and we are getting our hands dirty today. We are going to be planting some stuff. I'm so excited. We have technically I think our last frost date says it's going to be like April 18th, but we had frost until like the first week of May last year. I can't wait any longer. Robert and I are so ready for green stuff to be growing in our garden. So let's get started. Let's talk about what we're going to do today. All right guys, so we are going to be planting some sweet onions, red onions. These are some more sweet onions, echinacea, chamomile, spinach, and a mixture of carrots. These are called kaleidoscope carrots because they're multicolored, but all of the carrot seeds I've put here because I've actually mixed a few different types just to make it fun. So there's some ox heart, some yellow carrots, and some of these kaleidoscopes, multiple colors. If you'll notice, these onions look completely different, right? So these are sets and these are starts. So sets are already, this would be their second year growing. So they've already grown a little bit like this, and then they harvest them and dry them out. There's different theories about which ones are better, the sets or the starts. The starts are these like this. So these were actually seeds that they planted and got them started for you. And then you get a whole bunch at your local big box store or your local produce stand. Some people swear by the sets, the bigger ones. Some people swear by the starts. I guess from what I've heard is that the sets a lot of times will bolt faster because they're already a little bit older and may not get as big. So we're gonna plant both, see what grows best. We're also doing some companion planting if my mouth works today. So what we're doing is we're planting herbs, greens, and some carrots with our onions. So all of these things are great companion plants with onions. They work together, and then once it starts to warm up a little bit, we'll add some tomatoes into these beds because onions, tomatoes, and carrots do really well together. They feed, they pull stuff from the soil that the others don't need. It's really cool how these guys all grow. Quick tip too, make sure you soak your onion sets or starts, whichever that you have, for a few hours or overnight. It just helps them get a real quick boost of water, rehydrates them from being dried out for so long. That way it just seems to speed up the process a little bit so they don't have to sit in the soil for a few days to absorb all that water. They're already kick-started. You'll see their roots swell up. Ours greened up a little bit, the stalk stood up straight, so it's really good just to give them that first boost when they're first getting transplanted. yellow, red, just because why not? Let's make it fun. And then I did a row of carrots, a row of spinach, a row of carrots, onions, carrots. I'm pretty sure that's right. I know there's 40 onions, and I know I planted 6 of the spinach seeds. So the spinach kind of works like a ground cover because it kind of stays like short and bushy, and the onions will grow taller, their greens will show, the carrot tops will grow taller and show through. I kind of packed them in tight. I probably didn't go exactly by the rules. That's just kind of how I do. I always go against the grain. And then what I did is I just took a little of the bedding that we use for the animals, can't find the word, pine bark, that's what it is. And I used it as a light mulch. That way those little seeds like the carrots and the spinach seeds, this will help keep them under the soil and keep a little bit of moisture on top. Once everything is sprouted and a little bit bigger, I'll add a little bit more mulch to this to make sure that the soil doesn't dry out too much. So we are planting chamomile, sweet onions, some Mexican tarragon, and some echinacea. Alright guys, both beds are planted. I have to make a chicken guard for this one like this, otherwise sabotaging chickens will jump in and scratch everything up. Something else I forgot to mention about these stock tanks that we use for our garden beds. We did a hugelkultur method, which is you put logs at the bottom, then some dry material, for instance like waste hay. When we clean out the stalls and we put it in our compost pile, we used a lot of that dry stuff that hadn't really decomposed yet in the middle, and then you add your garden soil and some fresh compost. We unfortunately don't have our own garden soil yet, so we did buy it from the store. Do what you gotta do. Alright guys, so that's it for this one. If you like this video, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe, share this video everywhere, and make sure to keep up with us to check on how these things are going. And until next time guys, as usual, bye-bye.